Can you hear that? The faint click of the metal greeting the first rays of light. You know, I woke up before all my alarms today. I just watched a thin sliver of light crawl across the ceiling. In moments like these, it feels like the world hasn't had time to put on its masks yet. This is my favorite time. A time of absolute freedom from any kind of debt to anyone. I lay there for a long time, just listening to the truck breathe. My black obsidian is calm today. He's waiting for me to touch the key, for the current to pulse through his veins. You know, it's only here that I truly understood what intimacy is. It's about being able to sit in silence for hours, and that silence, it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't push down on you. It heals. The coffee came out especially bitter today. I love this aesthetic of emptiness on the parking lot. The tobacco leather on my seat still holds the night's chill, but I know it'll be warm soon. I run my hand over the dark walnut dash and feel every curve of the wood. You know, I spend so much time in this cab that I've started to notice things most people ignore. The way the stitching on the leather feels under my thumb. It's slightly worn in exactly the right places. This isn't just a workspace. It's a living, breathing extension of who I am. My sanctuary. And I'm glad I get to share the quietest part of it with you. I remember how I used to fear the morning. Morning meant being someone else. Smiling at people I didn't care about. Pretending that stock indexes or real estate prices actually mattered. In my old life, I saw how people sold their souls for mortgages and how they bought cardboard castles hoping for happiness. Here, behind this door, all of that feels so distant. Like I'm watching an old movie on ruined film. Back there, in the office aquariums, the air smells of printer ink and someone else's stress. But here it smells of freedom and the open road. Well, it's time. Time to breathe life into this engine. Hear that low hum? It vibrates right in my chest. We're hitting the distance. The first mile. It's like that first breath after being underwater. The city fades away in the mirrors, and everything unnecessary vanishes with it. Everything fake. Have you ever looked at the white lines on the road and realized they're like a heartbeat? Blink and you miss a mile. There's a strange kind of hypnosis in it. It's the closest thing to meditation I've ever found. Out here, you have to be right here, in this second, in this moment. You don't have to worry about tomorrow when you have an endless ribbon of asphalt in front of you and your whole life in one backpack behind you. Ava, don't you get lonely? No, I feel least lonely right here. When you're alone in this massive cab, you finally meet yourself. No middleman, no audience. It can be scary at first, but then you start to recognize the shades of your mood as clearly as the shades of the sky before a storm. As a psychologist, I'd call this radical acceptance. But as a trucker, I just call it living. Today, the road takes us across this endless bridge. I love this feeling. just a thin strip of asphalt beneath you and the abyss of water all around. It feels like flying. I wonder what you're thinking about right now. I like to imagine that we're both leaving something behind today. Some weight, some guilt. It's okay to be tired. Out here, nobody is checking your progress. Nobody is grading you. Sometimes, the most productive thing you can do is just sit in the passenger seat and let someone else take the wheel for a while. I've got us. I've got the road. You know, I'm glad you're here today. I'm sharing my deepest secret with you. The secret of how to be happy in a world that's constantly trying to make you miserable. I've learned to value the details. The sunbeam on the dashboard, the scent of the wind, the rhythm of the wipers against the glass. These are the real values. Everything else is just white noise we mistake for living. We chase successful success, forgetting what a pine forest smells like after the rain. I remember how in my past life, I was always waiting for something. Waiting for the weekend, waiting for vacation, waiting for the workday to end. Constant waiting for life instead of life itself. But here, I don't wait for anything. I'm just in the process. And the process itself is beautiful. Every turn, every climb, it's a little story. The road doesn't demand explanations. It just accepts you as you are. Dirty, tired, real. Soon, today's route will come to an end. I'll press those buttons, hear the hum of the engine fade away, and the cab will be quiet once more. But it'll be a good silence. The silence of a job well done. Satisfaction. Thank you for spending this day with me. It was a good run. Quiet, thoughtful, honest. I'll be turning in soon, but before I close my eyes, I'll take one more look at the stars through the roof. Every star is a reminder of how small we are and how big this world is. And that knowledge, it brings peace. It lifts the weight off your shoulders. Until tomorrow, guard that light inside yourself. Don't let the noise put it out. Exhale. We're home. Sleep well. Over and out.